Hello, everybody. It's really good to be here today on our very first live Webisode Tuesdays, Country Music City Promotions Webisode Tuesdays. I'm very excited to be here today, and I've been talking with a lot of folks in country music recently, and starting today's Webisode with some big tour news. We have a lot of folks going on tour this year in country music, from Jared Neiman, Casey James, Kelly Pickler, I said Jared Neiman, sorry about that, Dirk Bentley, Blake Shelton, Miranda Lambert. A lot of things coming up this year in country music. Miranda has a new album coming due in June, which is really exciting for Miranda Lambert fans. We have new music coming this year from Casey James as well. No official date yet for that, but a lot of us are looking forward to that, especially I forget the name now. Help me out, folks. It's kind of awkward kind of being here for a live webisode. I'm not used to these, but I'm doing okay, right? I hope so. Let me know if I'm doing okay. So Dirk Bentley released a new album, Riser, doing very well on the charts. Sarah Evans released a new album today, Slow Me Down. So go out and purchase that album. Purchase it on Amazon or iTunes, and request Slow Me Down on country radio. So a lot of good things coming up for Sarah Evans this week. She was on Good Morning America this morning. If you did catch that episode, I didn't catch it. Sorry about that. But there will be a video share later today of her Good Morning America performance. I think she performed this morning or interview. So a lot of other new things coming up for her this week, Sarah Evans. So happy she's back in full force with music. I'm very excited to get her album this week as well. So you know, follow Sarah on Twitter. You know, tell her how much you love the music. I love Sarah's music. I still remember when Sarah's music first came out, and that first song, it's just still a part of me to this day. That she performed with Vince Gill, that's just a song that kind of reminds me of the 90s, and that was just a really great time for her in her life and career, and all the music that she's brought us over the past, gosh, 10 years now, has it been, or better? Yeah, Sarah Evans, you know, such a pure country voice that I love to hear in country music today. So that's something that really, you know, kind of means something to me. I still love the traditional sound of country music and really embrace it as much as I possibly can, and let folks know that, you know, these artists are still around. You know, Dolly Parton and Vince Gill and, yeah, Emmylou Harris. You know, those are artists who I grew up listening to and remember from the 80s and 90s, and Alan Jackson and Randy Travis. You know, those are artists who I'll always remember and do as much as I can for them through what I'm doing and for you, and talking about them and just being there in that sense of social media these days. There's so much social media, and it's great that we can do that and have that platform like we didn't have it in the 90s. We didn't have Google Plus, and we didn't have all this Twitter and Facebook in the early 90s. so much has changed, and this is where it's at now, and I'm glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here. So some of that is coming up this year in country music. A lot of excitement with Country Music Chat, which is a social media networking place for country music and the artists. And the host of Country Music Chat, Jessica Northey, she is such a sweetheart, and she's able to bring in guest artists every Monday night. And our latest Country Music Chat was with Katie Arminger. That girl is so sweet. She is the sweetest thing. So Katie was talking about Project Feel Safe last night during our CMC chat on Twitter. Project Feel Safe is basically, you know, when first responders are called to duty, you know, during a fire, and or you know, if someone is a first responder in the army or military, you know, it's just not firefighters. People who are there right on the scene, that is means something. That is comes across. So when something so tragically happens, those people are right there on the scene, comforting someone, supporting them, helping them to safety. That's what Project Feel Safe is. And the new video Safe, which is on CMT and GAC, is really making a huge impact in country music these days. Having that format, like I say, and bringing these videos and bringing these songs to light is something that we can really feel inspired from, and really do something and bring that camaraderie and that togetherness, and really pull for others and really be there for them. I'm a firm believer that if you give back and support them, they will give that back to you, and that really means something. Like I say, it really means something to them, and it means something to you. So, you know, if you feel like you want to do something more and really be there and really make that connection, you could go to projectfeelsafe.com and donate, and or even thank a first responder firsthand, and hashtag it on Twitter, because those are the formats that you can really make a difference in. So I can't say thank you enough to Katie for starting that campaign and making that difference that we together can do. So thank you for that. We had birthdays in country music this week. Carrie Underwood celebrated her 31st birthday on Monday, the 10th, as well as Gloriana's Rachel Reinhardt. So happy birthday, ladies. I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and a lot more coming up this week in country music. Mel Tillis is recovering from some heart surgery that he underwent last week. So a lot of prayers to Mel and his family right now during this recovery process. You know, when someone hurts, it kind of leaves something on me. You know, I always feel like I need to be praying for someone, no matter who it is. So, you know, it really does mean something when you are praying for someone and just showing that love and that compassion. So we hope that you get better soon, Mel. You're in our thoughts and prayers right now. So, and your family. You know, the family always has a hard time dealing and coping when someone's recovering from a surgery or whatever illness it may be, or injury. So, you know, prayers, 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 prayers. I believe in prayers. So that's some of the stuff that's going on in country music this week. Like I said, a lot of new music coming out. Jody Messina is releasing a new album next week, on March 18th. So you might want to check out her music. She is another incredible artist who we haven't seen and heard a lot from recently. So it's good that she's coming back into the music with a new album. I've listened to her new singles, and Peace Sign and A Woman's Rant. Oh my gosh, those songs are so empowering. I love empowerment songs. They are great. So can't wait for the new album release. That is, like I said, next week, March 18th. Jared Neiman has a new album coming out this month, High Noon. So if you're a huge Jared Neiman fan, or follow Jared on Twitter, he is a very colorful fella. So he loves to really tell it like it is. And I like that. It's very refreshing that, you know, some of us are afraid to, you know, kind of be out there a little bit, but not Jared. Jared's very out there, well-spoken fella. So music, David Nail released his new album just this past week. I'm a Fire, which I discussed in the last webisode that I recorded and didn't go live. So these Webisode Tuesdays will be live every week now throughout the rest of the month. And if you like these videos and want to see more, I can come back in April and see where we go from there. So that is something that we are looking forward to. And I'm sorry about the technical glitch there. Computer kind of went down a little bit. So what else to discuss? Well, there were some people on Twitter who I asked who they were happy, excited to see this year on tour. Blake Shelton is another fella who is really selling out right now. The most recent, he sell out at in New York, and I can't remember the venue. Help me, but he's selling his tours out like crazy. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet to see Blake on the 10 Times Crazier tour, you want to jump on that right now and get your tickets. Get your tickets for Blake. Dierks Bentley is another who Kim at Hooked Up Country. I hope I got that right, Kim. Hooked Up a Country is really excited for Miranda's new music. So she's never seen Blake, so hopefully she'll get to see Blake this year. Blake was in Ohio this past year at Blossom, and I think he's coming back this year. A lot of people coming into Ohio this year. We have, like I said in the last webisode, Lady Antebellum, Rascal Flatts, Blake, I believe, like I said. We have Leah Turner, who's coming into Country Fest, the only female coming into Country Fest this year here in Ohio. Craig Morgan, Brad Paisley. If you've never seen a Brad Paisley show, it's definitely worth the money. He puts on a great show, as well as Rascal Flatts, who I've both seen live. Very entertaining, and they put on such a jam-packed show. It's like you never stop listening or watching them. They're just so fun to watch, and their music is just incredible. I couldn't say enough about Brad Paisley and Rascal Flatts. So that is some music coming in. Dawn, who is, I think you're from Pennsylvania, Dawn. Let me know if you are, because if you are, I'm giving you a shout out today. She is a huge Jared Neiman fan and a Casey James fan, and she travels like all across the country. And just for Casey. Casey James has a huge following, and we want to see his music more in country music. A lot of us have mentioned his music on Twitter, and his mom is just an absolute sweetheart. She is so sweet, and I love that woman. But just the music alone says something when you're listening to it, and you really connect to it. It makes us feel better when we're having a bad day, and some of us have bad days. You know, they're not always good. They're bad too, but you know, that's just life. So I'm hoping to bring in some new formats in our live chats in the next couple weeks, since March is such a short month, and it's flies since the time change. So if you have something you want me to mention on Webisode Tuesdays, let me know. You can contact me on Facebook at Country Music City Promotions. You can contact me on G+ at Country Music City Promotions, or my profile page, or YouTube. Feel free to join me on YouTube at Country Music City Promotions channel. There are so many places you can find me online. So drop me a line, drop me a note. You know, if there's an artist you want me to listen to, I'll listen to them. I might not always get back to folks on those, but I do what I can through these crazy busy days working on a book and all that. So, but country music is where it's at. Stay country, live it, love it, and everything. I know this webisode might run a little shorter than 30 minutes. But I'm just happy to be here live for the first time this month. This is really cool. I'm glad to have social media. It's a really cool thing to have. And all the country music fans out there, you know, keep requesting your favorite songs on country radio at WQMX 94.9 Akron's Country, K Country 105.1, and WGR WGAR 99.5. Those are some of our local country stations here in Ohio, who I continue to support. And online radio at Nixa Country plays requests. Their new app is so cool. So give those people a shout out, request your songs. I've been seeing a lot of people requesting Dylan Scott's Making This Boy Go Crazy recently. Very nice job, folks. As well as Kelly Pickler's Closer to Nowhere, which is currently out now. We have a lot more in store. So next time, Webisode might be a little different. I want to change it up as much as I possibly can in these webisodes. So we'll see what happens. If I let anybody out of today's video and want to be in a video or want to be a guest, contact me at those websites and follow me on Twitter at Shelly_Palmer. I will be willing and willing to give you my feedback and hope to see you in a live chat with me. And I don't know what else to say except, you know, listen to country music and feel good and feel blessed and be thankful for what you have in your life, because that is probably the most important thing you'll have, is your family and your friends, and just being for someone who really needs someone to talk to. You know, I kind of always like to end a video chat with that, because so many of us sometimes forget what's most important in our lives, and that's our family and our friends. And may God continue to bless you in all that you do, and hope to bring you more news, music, and just keep it real and if you ever need to talk to someone, I'm here. So even when I'm busy. And that's the truth too. Thank you all for stopping and making Country Music City Promotions your new #1 destination stop. Remember to follow Taste of Country, Got Country Online, Country Music. So many amazing social country music social sites. But get your country music fill this week, because there's a lot of news coming in from so many places. And many blessings to you all. A wonderful day and a wonderful week.